So let's be real. You can't always control what happens around you. Life throws you curveballs, people disappoint you, plans fall apart. But what you can control every single time is the lens you choose to look through. Your perspective shapes your reality more than anything else. So if you've been feeling stuck or overwhelmed or trapped in a negative headspace, I have 5 fantastic ways to control your perspective and take back your peace, clarity, and your power. And hello, if you don't know me, my name is Liz and I'm an intuitive psychic medium. Let's get to it. So number 1, practice cognitive reframing. What is that? It's the skill of changing the way you interpret a situation. It doesn't mean pretending something isn't hard or difficult. It means recognizing that while you may not have control over the event itself, you absolutely have control over the meaning that you assign to it. When you shift from asking, why is this happening to me? And instead ask, what is this teaching me? Or why is this happening for me? You move from feeling powerless to feeling empowered. Now, of course, this doesn't eradicate the challenge, but it changes how it impacts you mentally and emotionally. This is a skill that gets stronger the more that you use it, and it becomes one of the most powerful tools in your toolbox for navigating change or uncertainty or fear or adversity. Number 2, challenge automatic negative thoughts. Our minds are naturally wired for survival, including using mechanisms like negativity. This is why the brain tends to default to worst case fucking scenarios or fears, doubts, and assumptions. We don't even realize it a lot of the time. When you learn to pause and catch yourself in those moments, you begin to separate fact from assumption. So ask yourself questions like, is this really true? Is this a fact or just a story that I'm telling myself? Is there a more helpful way to view this? The key is realizing that just because a thought comes up does not mean that it's accurate or helpful or even worth believing. The act of challenging your thoughts and staying on top of yourself is one of the most transformative mental habits that you can develop. It shifts you from reactive thinking to intentional thinking. And every move we make towards 5D elevation is about intention. Number 3, zooming out or big picture thinking. Perspective often gets distorted when you're stuck in the weeds of a stressful moment. And this is when molehills start to feel like mountains and temporary problems seem like they're going to be in place forever. Zooming out is the intentional practice of pulling yourself away from the immediate discomfort and reflecting, asking yourself, like, will this matter in a month or a year or 5 years? Is this a temporary experience or something that is truly fucking life-changing? And where does this fit into the bigger picture of my life? When you zoom out, what felt heavy or overwhelming often becomes more manageable, and it allows you to move from reaction to reflection. You can remind yourself that one bad moment or one setback or one hard day is not the entire fabric of your life. Seriously, it's just a thread. Number 4, surround yourself with different perspectives. This sounds so simple, right? Whether we realize it or not, the environments we're in, the conversations we have, the media we consume, and the people we listen to are constantly influencing our worldview. Therefore, if you stay surrounded by the same opinions, beliefs, and patterns, your thinking can become limited and repetitive. This applies to politics, interests, hobbies, and professions. Expanding your perspective often comes from exposure to new ideas and experiences. So that can happen through travel, reading, listening to podcasts, having deep conversations with people, or learning from people whose lives look very different from yours. You will start to realize that your current way of seeing things is just one lens, not the ultimate truth. The key, however, is being open and listening more than you speak. When you open yourself to different mindsets, you create flexibility in your own thinking. And that flexibility is what helps you to navigate challenges and to grow. And number 5, practice gratitude. Gratitude is not just something you show. It's a way you train your mind to see the world. It's the difference between looking around and seeing only what's missing versus looking around and noticing what's still good, what's still beautiful, and what's still working. And again, this doesn't mean ignoring or bypassing or procrastinating on what's hard. It means creating balance. Gratitude helps you shift from a mindset of lack to a mindset of abundance. It's not going to diminish the reality of a tough situation or a moment, but it reminds you that difficulty and blessing can both exist at the same motherfucking time. When you practice asking yourself, what can I appreciate right now? It rewires your brain to stop constantly scanning for threats and problems. And you start to train your brain to notice your resources, support, beauty, opportunity. When you practice gratitude consistently, it fundamentally changes your emotional baseline. Ask me how I know. At the end of the day, perspective is everything. And like I keep saying, it is fully within your control. The more you practice shifting perspective, the more natural it becomes to step back into your power no matter what life throws your way and create harmony in your life. Please save this video, share this video, come back to it anytime you need a reminder. I cannot stress enough that you completely control your perspective, and your perspective shapes your experience of everything else around you.